NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan.
You know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Luka Doncic's out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then there's Mason. And it's Durant in at the power forward.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And we've got an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Now, here is Young. Here's Young. Oh!
Mercy, mercy me.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one would be worth some points in the dunk contest.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
Now here's LeBron. And Young with the basket on the assist by LeBron.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
Mason against Davis. Mason misses. Quick start here for the East All-Stars in this one. 6-point game.
Five of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss, or where they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Doncic passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Mason fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Mason's got 6.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Now here's James. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists now in this one. The pass to Mason. Beyond the arc. And it's the East with the rebound. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks a lot. I caught up with head coach Steve Nash. I asked him how hands-on he was planning to be, and he said, not much. He told me, it's fun to coach these guys to see what I can generate out of certain matchups, but that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a spectator as anyone. Guys?
Thank you, David.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Mason kicks to Doncic. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, teammate to teammate.
Every game during the regular season, and it's on display here in the All-Star Week as well.
Here's Davis. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. Trailing by 10.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Mason misses.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Young with no one around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Young's got his second bucket tonight.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And here are the East All-Stars. They lead by 11. From 10 feet out, Young, no good.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Tatum finds Doncic. To the inside. Mason misses.
Well, he's certainly seen his share of the ball tonight.
I would say maybe more than his fair share. I mean, he's not going to make too many friends out there if he's not willing to spread that sugar a little bit.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing. Well, you can't expect lockdown D in the All-Star game, especially in the first half.
Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
Here is Mason. 7 points in the game. Out to Doncic. Looking to end his cold spell. And the jumper falls for him. Mason's got it back down to single digits for the West All-Stars. Now here's Irving. He has 6. Young pass to Giannis. Backed in, coming off the assist from Young. Antetokounmpo's got 6.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Young passes to Davis. And they double up Davis. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. The East All-Stars need to get another shot. James against Tatum. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Davis. Bradley Beal comes in for Irving. And it's ball in for Trae Young. The West also making some changes. Andre Ayton's checked in for Durant. Leonard comes in for Tatum. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Doncic. Stolen by Ball. He takes it in. There's Beal with the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And really setting the tone early with their three-point shooting.
That's already 5 made triples in the first quarter. What a start.
And he recovers it. Ayton gets a very good look and converts.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
And Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. A 12-point game. LeBron against Leonard. James, the pass to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Giannis. Beal deciding where to go with it. Passes it to LeBron. With the fadeaway. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. driving in, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Shot from 12. Pass to Mitchell. Here is Mason. Shoots over Embiid. Again, the West All-Stars.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Outside, Beal. James, no good. And the West All-Stars have possession. Trailing here by 8. Yep, that one goes.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
The kick out to Ball. Down low. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Mitchell. That one good for 2.
And man, does Mitchell get buckets. And from everywhere on the floor. A versatile offensive threat.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Ball. The dish to Giannis. Inside, Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
West All-Stars shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. DeMar DeRozan checked in for LeBron. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Lillard's checked in.
A superstar who really kind of keeps to himself. Leonard truly leads by example, and it's produced titles.
Now here's Beal. Ball from long range. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
To the middle. Here's Mason. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
You know, one reason Giannis has won Defensive Player of the Year is his agility and mobility. He can stay in front of guys and stay connected to shooters, too.
Now here's Leonard. He kicks to Mason.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A 3rd would be a problem.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. And that one falls for Mason. And Mason drops them both. Now, Antetokounmpo, 8 points for him. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And how about all these dunks? I mean, this game's been a complete crowd pleaser, no doubt.
I know, I'm loving it. These players are really strutting their stuff tonight. Showtime!
And that one's good, Lillard.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now here's Giannis. He's got 10. That one drops for him.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Mason. Lays it up and banks it in. Mason's got 17.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Ayton against Antetokounmpo. From outside the arc. That shot is off. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the East All-Stars. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points.
know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got Mason. Durant is out there with Tatum. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. The three drains it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got the lead up to 2 now for the West All-Stars. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Young with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And you expect this from Young. He scans the floor and finds an open man for the shot.
To the paint, here's Durant. He can't get that one. Davis with some nice D.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Shot clock at 5. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Davis has got 10 points.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Mason, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. To the middle. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
And the pass to Mason over Davis. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down to just 4 points in the bucket from Mason.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And here's Young from the arc. It's rebounded by the West. Mason's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Tatum finds Doncic. Mason with it. He's guarded by Davis. Mason, the pass to Durant. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by Young. Back to LeBron. Pass to Irving. Takes the 3. That shot missing. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Out to the wing. Mason inside the line. And it's Trae Young with the rebound. And so Young will bring it up for the East All-Stars. They've led by as many as 14 points. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Davis, rejected by Mason. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Mason dishes to Durant. Good D by Giannis.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And finished off by Anthony Davis.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one. You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Got a hand on it. Passes it to Mason. Driving the lane. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Out that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving passes to Young. Sinks the triple. Young's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, his IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
Pass to Mason. Doncic right side. Gilgeous-Alexander trying to free himself up. And it's Doncic. Time on the assist by Mason.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And there's the pass to Young. Shoots over Doncic. Young, no good. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Mason. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Mason. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Here's Mason. The layup off target. And so it's the East All-Stars holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been... One half remaining in the NBA All-Star Game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
And that first half was terrific. I'll bet anything, though, the second has even more in store for us.
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I think it's going to be a spectacular final two quarters.
We've got Irving. LeBron James is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Davis at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Steve Nash as we begin the second half. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Doncic. Young up top, guarded by Tatum. LeBron against Doncic. LeBron, no good. Durant's got his first points of the game.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Pass to Irving. Right side Davis. Dishes it to Young. Puts it up. Irving can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
A tight game here in Cleveland. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside for Davis. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
On the wing, James. Guarded by Tatum. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Irving.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
James finds Giannis. Young outside. And stolen by Tatum. Outside, KD. Pass to Mason. Driving inside. Misses from short range.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Trying to end the drought. LeBron, no good.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Shots good from Mason.
Everything working for them out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Beal's checked in for the East. The West also making some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Durant. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Jason Tatum. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Luka Doncic. Young passes to Antetokounmpo. Beal drives in. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Offensively, the struggles continue. 0 for 5 to start the half.
Going inside. Mitchell passes to Mason. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mason's got the lead up to 2 now for the West All-Stars. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for the East All-Stars. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Young from outside. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And, man, he makes shooting threes look effortless. Young's quick release from distance is especially lethal.
Now the East All-Stars with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. And Giannis throws it down hard.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Porzingis against Young. Davis dishes to Young. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Well, LeBron James is clearly a tremendously talented passer. When a guy is open, he'll get him the ball.
Mason against Giannis. Leonard. Great D that time from LeBron. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Now the pass to Mason. Down low, here's Porzingis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Porzingis has got his first points of the night.
Defenses struggle with Porzingis in the paint. I mean, he's able to shoot right over most defenders.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
A big group substitution here for the 10 points for him. And here are the East All-Stars now. They lead by 4. On the court for the West All-Stars, getting the fourth quarter going. Durant is out there with Tatum. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Mason. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 2 spot. From deep Harden. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Harden finds Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
2 shots.
Well, that's just an assertive play by Giannis against tough defense, drawing a foul and still getting the shot off.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
And the East All-Stars making a change here. Young's checked in.
He is such a well-coordinated, fluid athlete for his side. Joel Embiid blocks a lot of shots and probably changes even more.
Young's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget. But in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
On its way from Young for 2, and that one goes long. Inside, and KD throws it down.
Hey, defenders already have a lot to worry about with Tatum scoring. But he's making passes like that, too. Watch out.
from the stripe. No good from Irving.
Oh, just incredible. That spin shook him loose from the defender, but he just couldn't gather his balance there to follow through with the shot.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic, and that one's good. Irving.
As dead-eye and outside shooter that we have in the league, Irving has the ability to scorch you from there.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a three-point play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game.
This aggressive on offense, it can be really hard to stop. The defense needs to make an adjustment.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
In this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Embiid kicks to Irving, and he's good on the three ball. Irving's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the East All-Stars. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the West All-Stars. It's a three-point game.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Pass to Embiid. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Embiid, no good. And the West All-Stars have possession. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to KD over Irving, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Young for 3. The rebound by Mason. Mason's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 8th assist in the game. James outside. Passes it to Embiid. The kick out to LeBron. 6 to shoot. Fires from deep. The West All-Stars pull it in. Doncic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. It's Durant on the wing. To the middle. Here's Mason. And the rejection by Embiid. And here's Irving. Right block shot. Antetokounmpo. No good. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by Young. And stolen by James. It's Young on the wing. Pass to LeBron. Trying to get something going. Embiid wide open. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 6th assist on the night.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away. And, you know, if you throw it up, Tatum will go get it now. He's a really good athlete. You can't let him roam free like that.
Here's Young. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
James looking it over. It's deflected. Giannis against Mason. And stolen by Irving. James in the post. Here's Embiid. They grab their own miss. Antetokounmpo.
You know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
The East making a switch. Davis is checked in. All free throws good from Antetokounmpo.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Mason dishes to Doncic. He can't get that one to fall. Davis with some nice D. Floats it up for Giannis. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Boy, it feels like we're tallying every assist, every point, all part of LeBron's expansive legacy.
Here's Durant. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Durant's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars. And here are the East All-Stars now. They've led by as many as 14 points. Timeout called, East All-Stars. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jay.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Young outside. Outside Irving. 5 to shoot. 14 feet away. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an All-Star Game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Young's shot is off. Mason against Young. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Mason. Durant's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Boy, what a graceful athlete. I mean, Durant does a beautiful job moving and slicing through that defense, getting a high percentage shot there. He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Tatum kicks to Mason. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Mason's got 38 points.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Irving passes to Young. Outside, Davis. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. The East All-Stars will keep it. Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. Good on the shot. Young's got 23 points.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
And guys, here in the 4th quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Outside Irving. Giannis outside. Kicks it to Young. Shot clock at 6. Into the lane. And the shot goes in. Young's got 12 points in just the second half.
One of the most dangerous scorers in the game. Young's confidence serves as the catalyst for him taking over games.
Mason with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Pass to Mason. Down low. Young with the steal. Passes to Irving. To the paint. The 10-footer. That one wide left. Gilgeous-Alexander against Young.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
Young against Gilgeous-Alexander. They get the rebound. Here's Davis. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
Here's Tatum. And James pulls it down. Good D by James. Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
Pass to Tatum. We've got 1:13 left to play here in the fourth. Mason. East grabs the miss. To the inside. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
The three from Tatum. It's good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was want to. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Young pass to Giannis. Nice D from Durant. And so here are the West All-Stars. It's stolen by Davis. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
No question about it. The touch is with Anthony Davis.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're down by 4. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Embiid is checked in for Davis. We've got 28 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Mason for 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Timeout called East All-Stars. They're leading by 4. We've got 22 seconds left in the game. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the East All-Stars. They lead by 4.
14 foul.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And you have to respect Trae Young's work ethic. He's a young player who you can tell puts in the work to develop his game and improve on the few weaknesses he has.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 6. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, but they've got to score and then foul immediately.
Doncic finds Tatum. Mason for 3. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Get ready for your East All-Star Dance Pack.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority. I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
And Tatum puts up a deep 3. And Embiid pulls it down. And an intentional foul right there.
Third personal foul. Team is in the penalty.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
At this point of his career, winning is everything to Embiid. He's tired of early round playoff exits, and he wants to try to win championships.
And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. So the East All-Stars win it.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time